Coming up on this week's EMBN show, we're taking a look at the brand new e-mountain bike from Evil.
Also, a new motor coming from Porsche, and some tech news and some where in the world and all the other regular great stuff.
Bike Vault coming up, so stick around. Yeah. So kicking things off this week, we've got some big news in from the guys over at Evil, who are based out in Washington with the release of their latest new e-mountain bike called the Epocalypse.
Yeah, interesting name, that, isn't it? See what they did there? Do you reckon it's a EPO, like it's suggesting that the bike is as good as doping?
Oh, it could be, yeah, I suppose.
I know what they're like. I know what's in their cereals.
I think they missed a trick there with not calling it the Live as well. Evil backwards. Yeah,
that
could
would
work
actually
as well.
That's far too clean for them, though.
I know. But we heard rumours about this bike probably, I reckon, 6-8 months ago. It was
I remember seeing a leaked catalogue with it.
Yeah, it was in Shimano, wasn't it? I think it's probably one of the most coolest kind of niche brands out there to be bringing an e-mountain bike, and probably one of the last big players to bring an e-mountain bike to their lineup too.
I think so, yeah. I feel quite late to the game, I have to say. Do you know what? They're one of those brands that have got that thing. You don't know what it is. They've got the thing that makes you think that brand's really cool.
Yeah, so I think the names, the colours, the style of the bike, it's all quite stealthy, underground kind of brand, isn't it? But it's a great looking bike, isn't it? And the geometry of this thing is a little bit different to the norm out there. It does have a flip chip on there if you want to make it more of a downhilly sort of enduro style bike, but it's got 442mm chainstays on there, so pretty short back end. Bearing in mind this is a full 29er front and rear.
I mean, they do like short chainstays, sorry, cut you up. A lot of their bikes have shorter chainstays. They like that sort of ride to them.
64.5 head angle as well, so a little bit different from most of the e-bikes out there, so looking a bit different on the geometry. Let's take a look at the bike in a little bit more detail then. So it's a full carbon frame, it's got 166mm rear travel on it, 29-inch wheels, EP8 motor, 630 watt-hour battery coming from Shimano. Suspension-wise, you've seen this, Doddy, it's got a coil shock out the rear.
Yeah.
What do you think to that on an e-bike?
Yeah, why not?
Zeb Ultimate up front. Weight-wise, it's pretty lightweight, 22.9 kilos for a size large, and it costs $11,999.
Absolute bargain.
For that XT build. But some nice little touches on there. Have you seen some of these, Doddy?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, the entire outline of the bike, the Delta suspension platform, which in case anyone's not aware is Dave Weigel design, absolutely brilliant suspension platform, works so well. And with a coil shock on there, I mean, I think that's a weapon, that thing.
You think it'll climb well as well with that coil on there, with that kind of system on the back?
I don't see it having a problem.
No,
That bike kind of sits up pretty well with the suspension platform.
But there's some nice touches on there. Got full rubberized protection on the chainstay and the seat stay, but underneath the down tube, they've got this piece they call the shuttle shield, which is like...
For looping the bike off?
No, for like hitching it over the back of a pickup truck and stuff, so you don't have to have one of those pads that's not constantly digging away at your down tube. You've got the power button underneath the top tube. So
I do like that, it's just hidden away. Yeah,
exactly, away from the elements and sight. I've got room for a water bottle on there too. I think it's a pretty good looking bike, isn't it?
It's one of the better looking ones. I mean, to be fair, there's not that many bad looking bikes these days.
No,
People are kind of getting with it, I think.
And I can't think of any other brand now that doesn't have an e-mountain bike in their lineup. There's a few niche brands out there, but all the big players now, surely that's it, isn't it?
Do you know what? There's more bike brands that are making e-bikes than I think there are that make normal bikes now.
Yeah, probably is.
It's crazy from what I saw at the Eurobike show. Really? Just the diversity and different styles of brands and from where they're from. E-bike market is where it's at the moment. It annoys me to say it, but it is. It's the best market right now.
There you go. Heard it from the man himself.
Okay, so into news, the first thing that grabs me, I mean, follow them on Instagram and all the other channels anyway, Porsche. Porsche and e-bikes.
Porsche, I don't know how you say it.
Porsche, whatever takes your fancy. The fact is they make damn nice cars and now they're going to be making e-bikes. So they're no stranger in the bike world though. They've made bikes for many years, but quite often they haven't actually made them themselves. But now they're actually going to be making their own e-bike system here with their own motor. So am I right in thinking that they work or they own or something with Fazua?
Yeah, so 100% shares in Fazua currently at the minute, and they're also involved. They've got their own e-bikes. They're involved with Rottwild and Grape as well. So they've got their fingers in a few different pies, and the whole company is really moving towards that electrical side of it. But with a motor, so they actually work 100% shares, as I mentioned, with Fazua already. So they're quite involved with those guys. So Fazua are going to be producing some of the more lighter weight, lower powered motors, but Porsche are actually bringing their own motor to the game, which they say is a particularly powerful motor. So I don't know what that entails. It could be one of the most powerful units out there. But I think it's super exciting, for those guys to be involved. The amount of money and the knowledge they can bring in with all those different companies. I mean,
Grape, crazy.
Grape is probably one of the most advanced software people. You've got Fazura as well on board. I think a bit of a collaboration with all those guys could see something pretty interesting. So really cool to see what they bring along to the game.
What do you make of it? I mean, it's very different from the non-e-bike world about sort of automotive brands coming in. Seems to be loads going on in the e-bike world. I guess it's the technology, isn't it?
Yeah, I think all the concept stuff we see. I think Audi have been involved, BMW, literally all the big players, haven't they? So Porsche, I think, it's going to be exciting. Imagine having a bike with a Porsche motor on it.
Wonder if you get one free if you buy like an expensive car.
Maybe. But another motor news, we're actually seeing a brand from Germany called Ampere.
Okay, I've never heard of them.
So it's a startup brand out of Germany. It looks to have pretty much all the components that we need for our e-bikes, batteries, motors, and of course displays. The motor itself is looking pretty good. It's called the R-Mag, and it's made of magnesium casing on this motor. It makes it pretty lightweight, 2.9 kilos, super compact too, pumps out between 70 to 85 newton meters of torque, IP65 rating on it, so pretty protected against the elements and
about
water
sealed
sprays.
as you get, yeah.
Exactly. Battery-wise, 3 different sizes: 660 watt hours, 710 watt hours, and a big 800 watt hour too. So
what's the biggest size at the moment? Who's got that? Is
900
that
at the minute.
It's on the Canyon that you've got, isn't it?
The Canyon, and Norco also offering that at the minute. So
800 watt hour. That's pretty massive,
big, isn't it? And especially from a new startup company.
Wow.
Display-wise, there's a few different choices as well. I've got 3 different options here. You've got that big full-on display, kind of like a halfway house, which is the best of both worlds, and a tiny little micro screen as well. So you've got the little controller on there. And of course, no system is complete without an app. And Ampere are also providing this. Again, in that you can adjust all the motor settings, do a MOT kind of health check on your bike, loads of stuff going on. And I think it's another great brand to have out there compared to all the other usual suspects of Shimano and
choice is good.
Bros and stuff. So yeah, great stuff.
Bit of a local event for us actually coming up, the Malvern Hills Classic. It's the last weekend, a bank holiday weekend in August. That's 25th to the 28th of August. There's all sorts of amazing outdoor activities going on for regular bikes, for kids' bikes, for e-bikes, evening activities. You can test bikes out there as well. It's basically an outdoor festival, music festival with bikes.
Yeah, it's so good. I've been the last couple of times been? Last 2 years?
Yeah.
Last year was really good, but this year's shaping up to be even better. There's an e-bike race on the Friday night, which is 3 laps of this e-bike course where you race up the downhill and come back down the uphill of the cross country. So
that sounds pretty good.
It's pretty intense. I did that last time. There's an e-bike ride out with Hans race. You get 10 lucky winners who are going to go out with Hans to explore the castle and stuff. So that's pretty good. And on Sunday, there's an enduro event which has an e-bike category too. So it's a mashup format. So you've got 6 hours of riding to go and do as many runs as you like on each time stage, and you're going to get a winner from that. So
is that you can just try and bet your time?
Exactly.
Essentially,
within that
Why
6
not?
hour.
You would never do that without an e-bike, would you? Just do a run and go home.
Just smash it all out. But there's so much going on there, like literally every single day and evening. Me, Doddy and Martin are going to be there. Got Doddy 100%. On the decks on Friday night, is it?
Yeah, Friday night. Playing 11 till half 12, I think.
Well, that should be good.
Yeah. Leroy Thornhill.
Really?
Ex-Prodigy. He's playing on Saturday night as well.
So big DJ lineup. As I say, a free fun fair, camping. Pretty much if you're into bikes, you don't want to miss this one, right?
Yeah, I mean, especially good as well for those who've got families, so the kids' entertainment's all free.
Exactly,
yeah. Which is really cool. Yeah, come along, come say hi, come for a ride.
Right, it's time to go out and about to see where you guys and girls have been riding your e-bikes all over the world. What we got first, Doddy?
Oh, look at this bad boy. So this is a 2021 Trek Rail at Snowshoe in West Virginia. That's where the World Cup was last weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The conditions look a bit better here, though.
I just had to say that. Smashing it down on dirt, Beaver.
Yeah, it looks rad. Good looking bike too.
Next shot we've got in is from Frederick. He's got an Aubert Rise M10 out in the south of the French Alps. Out on holiday, mixing up single track and views. Looks like you've got some amazing views and some big elevation going on behind you there.
Absolutely, yeah. And then we've got this one from Austin in Texas. So this one's bike says a Hurley Alley-oop. Taken at the bottom before going back up the extremely steep hill along the Mississippi River.
This is some funky stuff going on.
All this stuff.
It is, isn't it? That must be like a hub drive, I'd imagine, or something. I can't quite tell. Can't see a big motor sticking out of that, but a nice looking shot. Got John here on his Fantic Integra XTF out in Lyme Regis, so not too far from here. And Dorset exploring the coastal path and checking out the views, and some amazing views you've got going on there. Look at that.
I'll tell you what, Russell's got that one beaten though with his Focus, which is taken at Chanctonbury Ring. Beautiful dusk ride on the South Downs Way. I recognise that actually. I'm pretty sure I've ridden that way before.
Really?
Lovely little photo of the sun flare there as well.
It is, isn't it? It just looks like
tidy.
a really high-powered light on its handlebars. Yeah. But we love seeing where you guys and girls have been riding your e-bikes all over the world. So make sure you get involved, use that upload service, and that's down in the description down below. Now, a great way of supporting us here on EMBN is by getting into the EMBN merch shop. And we've got so much kit in there at the minute. And if you want to get ready for the summer trails, this is the spot you need to be in. We've got some great deals going on in tech t-shirts. Are you more of a tech t-shirt guy, Doddy?
To be honest, I wear the tech t-shirts as normal t-shirts.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice wearing something you can get away with just sweating and pretty casual looking as well. Yeah, good.
Not
nice
massive logos and stuff. They look cool, don't they? We've got tech t-shirts and shorts bundle going on, so you save a little bit of cash going on if you buy both of those. And we've got the casual t-shirts, jerseys, race jerseys, socks, you name it, it's in the EMBN shop. So make sure you get in there and check it out.
Okay, so coming up on the channel this week, so Sunday's video, reasons to switch to eMTB. I mean, not sure how many people out there need to watch it. I think I need to watch that one, to be fair.
Sounds like it. And on Monday, we've got things that can happen to you out on the trail. So those little things that can happen on your e-bike that can potentially ruin a ride. I'm going to be showing you how to get home after they occur to you.
That's a great video.
Right, it's time for all the comments from all the recent videos we've done here on EMBN, and we've got some great feedback from Neil's recent dream build. What do you think about a Kenevo SL, Doddy?
It was pretty nice. I mean, flipping heck, he harped on about it long enough, so I'm glad he got to build it in the end. So first comment from Ginger Monkey says, I bought a Kenevo SL comp, upgraded it with a fast coil shock. That's a hell of a purchase, that. Zeb Ultimate XTR brakes, access dropper, and rear mech and carbon wheels. As good a spec as the S-Works and about 4K cheaper. Whoa!
It's good, isn't it?
That's decent, dude, yeah.
I think it's always good to maybe look at those cheaper bikes, because they always share the similar geometry, don't they, to the high-end bikes, but some just down-spec'd a bit on components, and like he's done, chuck a bit of cash at it, you can pretty much upgrade it to that same spec.
I mean, something that's really important, it's been the same in the e-bike world to regular bikes, is the whole components that come on a bike. It's kind of smoke and mirrors. You see like an XT transmission, you're like, ooh, XT, and like, it's the first thing you're going to wear out. It doesn't matter if it's got deal or anything cheap on it, wear it out and then put something decent on it.
Durability. Yeah,
save your cash elsewhere. And another one, this one's from Scott Strudwick. He says, bike looks awesome. Obviously talking about Neil's one. Not cheap, I presume, but a great way to build if you can find the frame sets which few manufacturers offer yet. It's exactly what I was saying to you a minute ago. It seems there's 3 or 4 frames you can pretty much buy at the moment.
Specialized Poly, who else? There's a few, obviously, the Chinese kind of eBay specials as well. You can strap some motors in, but not many out there.
It also says it'd be even better if motors and batteries had a standard frame mount fixing, so you could choose your motor and battery for even more custom. Do you know what? If I could have a quid for every time I've heard that recently, it's ridiculous. Everyone says the same thing.
Would be good though if you could walk into a shop and say you want it with a Shimano, you want it with a Brose motor, Yamaha, take your pick and choose the different battery sizes. Might come.
Can I tell you my least favourite word that's used in the bike industry?
Go on then.
Proprietary. It's just like all these companies doing their own proprietary stuff. Breaks my gears, it does.
Last comment in from Dr. Crimp. He says, cool to see something different than the usual Fox, RockShox, Shimano and SRAM stuff. So much good and better stuff out there than maybe the manufacturer's spec at the minute. Yeah,
definitely. It's always good to have choice. I mean, those TRP brakes got in there, they're like anchors, those things. They're seriously powerful, definitely fitting for the bike you built, that's for sure.
Nice one. Great to hear all your comments. Always get involved after every single video in the comments box down below. Love to hear what you guys think. Right, it's bike vault time to see whether you guys and girls will get a nice or super nice for all your shots. What we got first, Doddy?
This is Gareth in New Zealand with a 2022 Trek Rails, spanking new. Lovely bike, mate. You ain't got your drive side out, and you've got your motor side out, and you've got your left-hand crank covering that lovely motor.
What do you think of that mudguard? That's like a seat post dropper.
I have no idea what's going on there. The bike is damn nice, I've got to say.
Right, nice.
I am a fan of those. I'm a big fan.
Next up, we've got Kiao with their high bike all mountain out in the Le Roche.
Le Roche in Ardennes.
There you go.
Very nice.
Like that. Early morning exploring whilst the family is still sleeping back at the camper. That's the way to do it.
Tidy.
Getting out there. I think that has got to be a super nice. Whoa, it's getting louder.
Next up, sorry, I'm partially deaf now from that. Danilo with Orbea World FS up in the Black Mountains at 806 metres, which is 2,841 feet. Whoa. Just me, myself and I with a bike.
Nice.
Hey, do you know what? That's awesome. Fair play getting up there.
What are you thinking?
Yeah, go on, give it super nice. Happy days.
Okay. Next up, we've got Mark here. He's got a Specialized Levo Pro out in the Lake District up at Whitelist Pike. Enjoying 5 days riding in the lakes and loving the Levo. Oh, it is loud, isn't it?
It is loud, yeah.
Super nice.
All the way. Well, a lovely cube here from Gary. So this is Ashton Court Trails.
Oh, nice.
It's our home turf just round the corner. Super nice, I reckon.
Super nice, definitely. First time shredding on that bike. Next, we've got Piers here with a Rocky Mountain altitude power play out in Grouse Mountain in Vancouver.
Classic Grouse Mountain.
Exploring old logging roads to get to the top of the mountain. Look how high he is.
Serious bit of kit that is. Come on.
Come on.
Again, hit it up. Okay. Next up, Selena with a Vitus E Centenaire. Where's this? Near Abergavenny, looking out towards the Sugarloaf. I guess that's Sugarloaf in the background then.
Yeah, nice bit of hardtail action going on there. Yeah. Nice looking bike, nice clean lines. I think that's a nice. And the last bike in this week's Bike Vault is from Bethany.
You don't even need to say it.
Bethany, 2022 Yeti 160E in San Diego, California. Look at that.
I hate Yetis, just make me do that.
It's got to be a Photoshop background, right? Or not? What do you think?
Saturation might have been bumped up a bit.
But a hell of a photo.
Taking an HDR, who knows?
Yeah, we love seeing all your bikes here, whether you're going to get a nice or a super nice, so keep sending them in using the upload service, and details for that are down below. And that is it for this week's show. Get involved in the comments, let us know what you think about that new bike from Evil and that motor from Porsche. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Enjoyed the show, make sure you subscribe to us here on EMBN, and we shall see you next week.
Porsche.